Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we're going to be working on a 12 by 12 layout using a sketch. I think this was for a challenge, but I actually do not recall what challenge it was for. It was either for over at a Cherry on Top, their April message boards challenge, or something from International Scrapbooking Weekend challenge. I don't recall. You can see I am using a sketch. It is by Laura Whitaker, and I kind of stay to it a little bit. I do make, you can see on this sketch, a lot of her sketches are like this. It's kind of small, you know, in the center. I kind of blow that up and I make it quite a bit bigger. I think I probably use bigger photos, and I also use bigger chunks of pattern paper because pattern paper. Now, I am going to have to tell you guys this. I will lose footage because I was into what I was doing and I was not paying that much attention. This happens to me quite frequently. I'm going to have to get better at paying attention to that. And I say that every time in old dogs, new tricks, you know, whatever. Okay, so I am cutting up several pieces of paper to put on here. Right here, I am pulling out these star dies. This one is by, I think her name's Angela Bernard or something like that, from Sizzix. I use this one quite a bit. This and my Tim Holtz tag die. Yeah, those are my most used dies, I think. And maybe even the stitched hearts from Close to My Heart. I got 3 most used dies, and those are it. I love stars. I love stars on boys pages, and I love hearts, and I especially love hearts on girl pages, and I love tags on any page. So there you go. Those are my 3 favorite dies that I have got. Right here, I was cutting down kind of journaling blocks. I thought I was going to use them, and I don't end up using those. I am going to end up using or pulling out my notebook and trying to pull things, and I actually do pull things from my notebook to put on here. That's might be where we end up cutting off, because yeah, I was just going through the notebook. Right here you can see I use some pink fresh letters. They're wood letters and they're like gold dipped. I am going to use those for my title, which is going to be A Little Nuts. And I am inking all these papers with the vintage Distress Ink Oxide by Tim Holtz. Now, I did forget to go ahead and ink my embellishments when I ended up putting those down. It's okay though. I do that quite frequently. You'll see on my layouts, the base will be inked, and the embellishments, even if they're paper embellishments like die cuts or whatever, sometimes won't be inked because I just forget to do those. I am just using a piece of cream colored cardstock. This is, I don't know what brand it is. I found it in my stash. My Colors cardstock. I don't know where I got it, but this is super duper thick. I love this cardstock. I don't know where I got it from. I just found one little single piece laying in my stash. Could have came in a kit or something. I have no idea, but it's pretty thick. It's amazing. I'm not going to end up putting another piece of paper behind it to thicken it up on this one, which is something I have been doing lately also. So you can see there, I just went ahead and cut this paper in half. I'm going to extend it to the top and the bottom. It'll give the illusion that it's a full piece of paper, but it really is not a full piece of paper. I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. Then we'll go and start working on our title, I think, is what we're going to do. Now, on here, I did have some pink fresh stuff out, so I'm going to use the letters that we already talked about. And then there's also these asterisks that I'm going to put down on the page. And I have Pink Fresh Studio. I don't super love their paper designs. They're oftentimes very geometric. I don't know. I just don't love the paper. I love the quality of the paper and the thickness of the paper. I just don't love their designs, but their embellishments are freaking amazing. I love their embellishments. So when Pink Fresh comes out with collections, I will often get the embellishments, maybe 1 or 2 papers. Like say they put out 12 papers, there's always going to be like 1 that I like, but by and far their papers, I don't like the design on them, but usually there's 1 or 2 that speaks to me. So I do get their embellishments when they come out with a kit. So we're going to pull in some of those. Now, when I'm looking at these, I only find really one I want to use, and it's that mustard colored camera right here. And this is why I end up going in and pulling out that spiral notebook. When I pull out the spiral notebook, and again, I think this is where we lose footage. I find an Ellie's Studio label in there that we're going to add on, and I find a kind of a banner that's on a toothpick. It came out of I don't know, I think it was a basic gray They had some banners with toothpicks in one of their collections. And then I also pulled out a So Cool, like a speech bubble. All those things I just put on there from Pink Fresh, they're all going to go away except for that camera and then the title, of course. Here's the asterisks. I really love these. I have this one pack, and I've been working on this one single pack for a couple of years. I don't know why, but it's been, even though I love them, they've been a little bit hard to use. I don't know if it's the dipped element that they're only half dipped. I'm not sure, but yeah. Here's where I pulled out that notebook, and you can see where, oh look, also a tag came in at top. I'm going to pull that off though. You can see where those three elements I just talked about came out of that book. We got this label down here. Up top is where that flag is on the toothpick, and then that's So Cool as well. Now, like I said, that I wanted to use that tag because, as you guys know, I love tags, but it's going to go away. That color was just a little too bright for what I was doing. This collection, I think it's something called For the Record. They came out with a For the Record 1 and 2. I'm not sure which one this is. I just had maybe 2 full pieces of paper and a bunch of scraps left over with this one. I pulled it out around International Scrapbooking Day weekend to see if I could get that used up. I think I did a pretty good job. Yeah, I still have scraps and I have some stickers on this sticker sheet left. But other than that, I think I did a pretty good job on this. Now, I am also going to be pulling out some Heidi Swap Color Shine in Tea, I do believe, and I'll give that a splatter around the page. I'm so sorry, that was gross. I'm gonna give that a splatter around the page. You can see right here I'm like wanting to add more stuff, but I don't know what. And then I, stop and just take a look at it, and I'm like, no, this is fine, let's just give it a little bit of splattery bits, right? We got these kids, they're a little nuts. You can see their faces, kind of crazy. These are great nephews. These are two of Sarah's boys. She has 3. This is a layout that will be sent to Tiffany. So yes, after I do give those splatters down around the page, it's very simple, but I think effective. I like it a lot. There's plenty of room on here to write if Sarah or Tiffany want to do any journaling. And then right there, we do have that label that says photo notes where they can put the date and then maybe the kids' names. So yeah, that's pretty fun. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please check the links down below, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.